6 morning habits of millionaires. Do you do them? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because I thought we'd have a look at this fun little article, obviously advertising piece, from Yahoo Finance discussing 6 miracle morning habits of millionaires. Now, I guarantee you a stein of coffee every morning is going to be on there. What do you think? Let's see, guys, let's see. So if you had the thought you had to be into 5 a.m. yoga and kale to be successful, you can thankfully think again. Yes, kale is not food. Humans should not consume it. Guys, I don't care what you say, it just tastes horrible. That's why. It's your body telling you not to eat this stuff. It turns out plenty of millionaires and other successful people aren't actually super early risers or health freaks for that matter. They're just consistent and formulaic. According to success coach and author of The Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod, the majority of high performers have a few morning rituals in common, which can be grouped into this simple acronym, SAVERS. We'll have to see, guys. I mean, the idea of coaching. I remember I was in a business networking group, and you'd have these coaches in there that would, they'd never run a business. They were employees for a coaching business that had just come out of university to coach you to run a business. So I don't understand. It didn't make sense to me. I'm going, how can you coach anyone when you've never run a business? You've got no experience. But people were paying for it. For some reason, people were paying for it. I don't understand. So silence, number 1. Yeah, right. That's impossible with a house of 5 kids. Come on. The first S stands for silence and can do us a world of good, according to Elrod. There's usually not a lot of time for peaceful, purposeful silence, he said. In a careers podcast hosted by Pete Mockaitis, How to Be Awesome at Your Job. Yet when we quiet our minds, that's when our best ideas come. We tap into our inner wisdom. Well, true. But given meditation is usually taught as clearing the mind or trying to silence your thoughts, it can be tough to actually get into it. And as a result, many of us rarely do. Rather than remove your thoughts, Elrod says you can actively use meditation to generate a specific result. I try to use my meditation to set the mindset for the day, he said. That means checking your schedule, thinking about what you need to do for the day, and preparing yourself for it. This kind of active meditation can be particularly helpful if you're working on a specific project, he said. I'll have my notes app on my phone in front of me, and I pause the meditation timer and write an idea. I'm not trying to think. When you force thoughts, you don't usually get your best thoughts. This is just a way of engineering the space to tap into your genius every single morning. Okay, what do you think? Does anyone do that? I have done some probably self-hypnosis or meditation or even repetitive prayer as a way of just clearing the mind and relaxing. Silence is a luxury I rarely get. But actually at the moment, what I would do, I'd go for a bushwalk. I'd go for a bushwalk by myself. Just go a couple of kilometers, just sitting with your thoughts, just walking and enjoying the scenery. So, number 2, affirmations. The A stands for affirmations, but not the kind where you simply think, therefore you are. If you repeatedly say, I'm a millionaire to yourself, your brain is probably going to call you out on it, unless you really are. It's essentially lying to yourself and trying to trick yourself into believing something that is not true or yet to be true, he said. Instead, you should make truthful affirmations, which is a 4-step process. Affirm what you're committed to. Don't say, I'm a millionaire, say, I'm committed to becoming a millionaire, said Elrod. After you do that, you need to reinforce why this is deeply meaningful to you, which ultimately determines how committed you are to achieving that goal. Next, you need to say what activities you're actually committed to in order to become a millionaire. You can say, I'm committed to increasing my income to $100,000 a year and saving 50%. Get very specific on the activities that you're going to do. The last thing you need to do is confirm when you're going to achieve those activities. Well, I mean, have you tried that, everyone? Have you tried affirmations? I mean, really it is. It's just about setting your mindset and framing on what you want to achieve. So hopefully you'll stay on task. That's how I see it. Yes. So hopefully you're prepped and ready and persuading yourself for when opportunity arises so you can take advantage of it, so you can see it. Visualizations. The V is for visualization, and it's a huge motivator to achieving your goals. For example, if you want to start running, Elrod says you should continuously visualize yourself enjoying running. Eventually you will. Visualize the activity. See yourself opening your computer to write those words. See yourself going to the gym and lacing up those shoes and running out the door, especially if you don't feel like it or like those things. 4. Exercise. While I said there was no 5 a.m. yoga, the E is for exercise. Elrod says the benefits of exercise in the morning, even just for a few minutes, are huge and can help you wake up, feel energized, and feel ready for the day. And that, I mean, he's right there. I've really dropped off the ball with my exercise just because this year has been crazy. I need to get back into it. You know, doing weights. The habit I'd gotten into, which worked quite well, was I'd do my videos in the morning and then I'd just do a weight set and then I'd work. You know, I've got to get back into that habit. I'll do it. Hold me accountable, guys. Do you exercise in the morning? What do you do? I think weights is one of the most important things, particularly for men. And, well, from my perspective, I really want to start getting it into more of a habit for myself so my children can adopt it as well. We've got Edward, he's got Downs. And the problem with the Downs kids is they've got very low muscle tone. So you need to exercise more to build up that strength. So I'm hoping weights can be something that, we can use to do that. You can't quite do that as a baby. Right now his exercise is just, letting him have tummy time and putting a toy that will roll away and he gets angry and tries to go for it, which is really good, which is what you want. One thing we're told by some of the professionals that are providing advice is that often people will hold their babies too much and not let them get enough tummy time and play, which really can't happen in a household with 5 kids. They'll learn to crawl and move just to come up to you, go, give me attention. Then they earned it. So, if you usually exercise in the afternoon or in the evening, you can keep your routine as is. However, you should try to introduce just a few minutes of jumping jacks or squats, or even a short 15-minute walk into the morning to boost your energy levels. In the morning, I usually do stretching followed by a 7-minute workout in an app. It's totally free. It's fast-paced, so you can get cardio and strength training. That's what I recommend in the morning. Read. R is for reading. Every single one of us is one book away from learning everything we need to learn to improve our life. Okay? Even reading just 5 pages per day can hugely transform your life, everyone said. Do you want to be a millionaire? There's hundreds of books on that. And there's hundreds of dodgy people selling scams. I would encourage people to read about Stoicism. Honestly, that's what I'd encourage everyone to read, particularly with hard times and particularly with a recession. This is why when I'm reading a lot of the news and there's a lot of negativity about the economy, it doesn't affect me, it doesn't get me down, because you have to appreciate what is within your control and what isn't within your control, and choose how you respond to those things. And that's kind of why exposing yourself to negative situations and visualizing, meditating upon a potential disastrous situation can prepare you for that. Going a week without food means you're not scared of being hungry again or having to skimp on the food bill. It means you're not going to fall victim to all the sob stories from the ABC about poor little Jenny could have had to skip one meal. One meal because government handouts weren't enough and she spent all her money on other things. The problem is you can turn into a bit of a hard-nosed bastard, according to some of the softies, but it's part of life. Number 6, scribe. The second S is for scribing. That's a pretentious word for writing, but I need an S to round out the acronym, he said. Well, this is a big part of Stoicism as well. A lot of this, is important, and it all some of these tenets, these advices and these things you hear from these gurus or these success coaches, you'll see the advice go back thousands of years. So this part encompasses journaling and goal setting and writing down what you're grateful for. That's exactly. How many of you are doing journaling? I really need to get back into the habit of doing it, but it is a good habit to get into. Let us know in the comments if you journal daily. Can rambling on YouTube count? No, I can't really. I'm very grateful for my loving family, and you need to appreciate all the good things you have in life, and often It's not the money you're earning, guys. It isn't. Once you free yourself from that obsession with material wealth, it really doesn't matter that much anymore. You know, I'm hoping some people will get off the hamster treadmill for the first time through to this crisis and reevaluate what they've been doing with their life. Elrod recommends the 5-minute journal, which comes in a hardcover journal or app. It has pre-prompted questions or statements that you can answer. Most of us are busy, and being busy tricks us into thinking we're productive, but productivity isn't busyness, he says. Productivity is busy doing the things that move us towards our biggest goal, our greatest dreams, the life that we truly want to live, and the impact we truly want to make. The simple act of scribing every morning, that is a game changer. That is probably the best advice he's given here, to be honest. Just simply, I'm saying that because it ties into the Stoic philosophy. That's a big part of it, is journaling. So there we have it. 5 pieces, or 6 tips, not just 5. They said 6. So silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and scribing. What do you think, everyone? Do you do any of these tips? And I don't think it's just for millionaires. Probably more happy people. What's your morning routine? Mine is getting woken up by children coming into the house, or you know, into our room, climbing on you. Well, these they're getting better at the moment. Anyway, guys, let me know your morning routine and your hints and tips in the comments down below. I think I'll definitely get back into the scribing and the exercising. They're the 2 I want to focus on. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays or from Teespring. You can use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.